Now that I've told you why I don't party, I want to tell you my craziest party experience because it was quite the ride. It was quite the whirlwind. One thing about me is I was so messy always. Like, my roster was very long and I never had any problem with them all being in the same room because I knew none of them were getting any. This particular night, a few of them were getting some, and they were all in the same room. Okay, so let me set the scene for you, okay? It was New Year's Eve, and me and my best friend Kelly were like, we need to go to a party. Like, we need to get lit. We need to have fun. Found out about this party that one of our guy friends were having, and we were like, oh, we should go there. Like, it'll be so fun, but we need a ride. We need a ride. At the time, I was talking to this one guy who was like so beautiful. Like, imagine the most beautiful person you'd ever seen, but dumber than a box of rocks. Not even saying that to be mean, but like genuinely, like there was nothing going on up here. Nothing. Guy happened to be best friends with my brother, and he was coming over that night to like hang out. And I was like, okay, well, we all need a ride. Like, we're all going. My brother, Kelly, my man, like whatever. Like, we couldn't find a ride, especially not a ride that we felt would be sober and safe. So I was like, why didn't I just call up my ex-boyfriend, duh? This was like the boyfriend that I ended up beating someone up over because he walked out of their house and was cheating on me. So like, I really didn't care about his feelings. I call him up and I'm like, oh my gosh, me and my brother and my best friend like need a ride. Like, are you going to this party tonight? And he's like, yeah, do you want me to come get you? And I'm like, yeah, like come get me, babe. Like, obviously when he pulls up, said guy jumps in the car and he's just like, what the hell? And he's silent, like doesn't want to speak. And I knew that as soon as he got to the party, he was going to hook up with someone because he wanted to piss me off because I just pissed him off. The party and everything's fine. Like, all my friends are there. So we're all chatting and hanging out and drinking and having fun. And then doesn't the guy I had just broken up with walk through the door? This guy was literally the worst breakup of my life. I did a story time on him. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm overcompensating. I'm being silly, hilarious, adorable. I want to make it look like I'm having the absolute best time of my life. Like, I'm all up on this one guy's ass. So doesn't he walk up to one of my absolute best friends and start chatting with her? And I'm a little crunk at this point. They're giggling it up and I'm catching on. I'm like, oh, interesting. So like my best friend is nice. I decide, since I'm obviously jealous and crazy, I'm gonna text him and be like, do you want to come home with me tonight? Like, I miss you so much. Like, just trying to piss him off and piss her off. Like, I want to show that I still have some hope. But mind you, the other guy that I've been talking to is sleeping at my house because he's my brother's friend. At this point, I got a ride from my ex-boyfriend with my side piece, and I'm texting my other ex-boyfriend asking him to come over. Nice, Emily, nice. First, my ex is like, yeah, like, I want to come over. Like, I want to see you. I've missed you this whole time, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I think that was enough validation in my messy little mind to know that I still had him wrapped around my fingers. So I was like, you know what? Never mind. At some point in the night, I decide I'm ready to leave. I want to go home and get the night started because, baby, this is just the beginning. Similar to how I was trying to show that I had hold on my ex-boyfriend, the one that drove us there was trying to show that he had hold on me, which he did. I am cranked at this point. I cannot handle my liquor. If I drink 2 shots, like, I'm done for. I guess at some point in the night, I decided that my ex was looking very nice and scrumptious. So when we got home, I hung out with him in his car and then went inside and slept on the couch with my side piece. All in all, that was the night I lost 3 people off of my roster. It was a very sad night for me. Honestly, everything happens for a reason because after that, I was forced into finding someone that I ended up dating for 6 years. Everything happens for a reason, baby.
And I have an addictive ass personality. I've went my entire life with not getting addicted to anything. Hard drugs, and not my vibe, like blow, dumb shit like that, not addicted to the vape. It's really never been me. I'm aware of like that I have an addictive personality, so I'm like, I try and steer clear of that. I've done pretty fucking well. The one thing that I have a low-key addiction to is coffee. Just my morning fucking latte. I just love a good oat milk latte in the morning. It gets me going. It gets me through my fucking days. This morning, Nicole and I wake up and we're like, should we just like order coffees, like, because we don't want to go get one. We're a little hungover. We had a long night, a little fucking hungover, and we're like, let's order coffees. I go on Uber Eats and I see Coffee Bean. I fucking love Coffee Bean. When I used to live here, I would get Coffee Bean like 4 fucking days a week. I love that shit so much. I would slut myself out for an iced vanilla soy latte from Coffee Bean. I literally love Coffee Bean. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna order fucking Coffee Bean. If I'm gonna order a coffee, it's gonna be Coffee Bean. I see they have a 32-ounce option, and I'm like, that's fucking perfect. I'm hungover as shit. I've been getting 2 coffees a day. I'm fucking exhausted. I'll get the 32-ounce option, which is absurd. That's a little fucking absurd. I don't give a fuck. Nicole and I are like, this is perfect. We need this today. So we order these 32-ounce. We spend $20 on coffee. $10 each. I spend $10 getting a coffee delivered, which is fucking ridiculous, okay? But like the lengths I would go for Coffee Bean when I'm hungover are ridiculous. Like the lengths I would go for coffee in general when I'm hungover are fucking, or in general, are just ridiculous. We're drinking it. I'm already feeling like a better woman. I feel like I'm gonna make a change in this world for like the positive. I'm gonna save the fucking turtles. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good person. We're drinking our coffees. We have an appointment at this like showroom thing, so we have to go, and we have to go get some clothes, do that whole thing, and we bring our coffees. We're shopping, all is well, and then I see this before my eyes. My coffee is sitting on this table. This girl sits. My coffee goes everywhere. There's still probably 20 ounces in this bitch. Like, I probably only drank 12 ounces of, how did I just become a mathematician? Like, when we're talking about coffee, a bitch can do whatever. But like, there's probably 20 ounces still in this. all over the floor. I kid you not, in that moment, it felt as if someone shot my mother in the foot. Like, Livy, you're being dramatic. I'm like, have you ever had your favorite fucking coffee when you're hungover and you have 32 ounces of it? I get genuinely upset. Like, genuinely fucking upset. This poor girl, it's not her fault. It was a fucking accident. But me, I'm like about to cry. I look at Nicole and I'm like, I feel a tear coming. I feel a tear fucking coming. I was like, what? I'm like, I swear to God, I feel a fucking tear coming. And she's like, don't cry. I was like, okay, I'm not actually gonna fucking cry. But like, I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I'm hungover. I'm trying on denim crop tops. The only thing getting me through this fucking day is that coffee. Livy, you're being so dramatic. I fucking know I am. Go to part 2. Listen, I know I'm dramatic. If I drop that one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. I know I'm dramatic as shit. First world problems. I'm fucking aware, okay? I sound like a dumb bitch right now. Of course, when something like that happens to me, I have a sick tendency where I like make it my personality trait for the day. Nicole's like, we can get another one. I'm like, I don't even deserve it. Like, I can't even think about another coffee. I literally looked at Nicole and I was like, dude, you know I'm gonna make this like my whole personality for the entire fucking day. And she's like, oh, I know. I text everybody I fucking know what happened to my coffee. It's like absolutely absurd that like I really did go these lengths and like saying it back. It's like, you really are a dramatic dumb bitch, huh? And it's like, yeah, I am. I literally get in the Uber and he's like, how are we doing today? I was like, no, like my coffee dropped everywhere. Like, sir, like I'm not well, sir. Sir, I'm not well because I would slut myself out for my favorite coffee and it's all over the floor in the showroom. He has no idea what the fuck I'm saying. He's like, okay, we're on the way. You literally would have thought I met the president the way I was sending every single person in my contact talking about my coffee. It's kind of fucking absurd. Like, I'm not sure if it's because I'm like I have mental illness that I have to fixate on something like this, but I was like, I cannot even believe this. Looking back, I definitely am like, oh, like I'm a crazy fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a crazy fucking bitch. And then I'm like, everyone's like, 32 ounces was necessary. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I might have overdone it a little bit. Like, it's a little crazy. Today is what made me realize that like I low-key have an addiction. Like, that's not great. I'm over here like, I don't even like do blow, like I don't like smoke the vape, like I don't do anything like that. It's like, bitch, like you can't even like function without a latte and one gets spilled on the ground on accident and you become a whining fucking cunt. Like, you have a low-key addiction. And I know I'm insane and dramatic as shit and fucking crazy for making a TikTok about coffee, but I don't give a fuck. After reflecting, I do feel like this was a really dramatic topic to make a TikTok on. But whatever, that's my truth. Love you guys. Stay gorgeous.
I, 22 female, just found out that my husband, 22 male, is on a swinging website. I was just proofreading something for my husband on his laptop, and an email pinged in from a swinging website. I was confused. I didn't even know what swinging was and clicked the link and saw his bio claiming to be a bisexual guy full of sexual energy and wants to try group sex and dogging so badly. I am so shocked and confused. We have a very healthy sex life, so I don't understand. This time last year, I was in a similar situation. I found my husband had posted NSFW images of himself on a secret Reddit profile. Although the posts were before we met, all the explicit photos and posts were still visible to the public. When I confronted him, he was extremely embarrassed, tried to kick me out of the house even though it was the middle of the night, and then he later confessed to having signed up to a gay dating website in the early months of our marriage. He was so apologetic, explained that he was just curious because he's straight and he wanted to understand how gay people think, which I thought was very strange. But he said that he never had any bad intentions and had forgotten all about the nudes he had online, which he then deleted. We had only been married for 5 months or so. I didn't want to throw everything away and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. My husband is very religious and it goes against his beliefs to participate in homosexuality. He blatantly denies being bisexual. I explained to him that if he was, I won't think any different of him. I'm not going to judge him. I just feel that it isn't fair for him to keep me in the dark about it, as his wife. I really don't understand why he's doing this again. I'm shocked and confused and I just don't really know what to do. I don't know how to confront him about it again. Last time he went ballistic and said that he wanted to kick me out. He was so ashamed. I don't want to make him feel bad by exposing his secret activities, but we're supposed to be in a monogamous marriage. I really love him, but I don't want to be married to the guy who's going to have group sex and dogging and swinging behind my back. How should I approach to ask him about what I've just seen? Should I even bother asking or should I just forget it and trust him?
My oldest sister, 30, female, has been struggling with infertility for the past 3 years since they started trying for a baby. This Easter, she and her husband made the announcement that they are going to be pursuing IVF and will start a GoFundMe for it. They looked at our parents expectantly and made it quite clear that they expect them to front a lot of the cost. We are far from wealthy, and my parents work and save every penny from their labor jobs. Everyone congratulated them on the decision and wished them luck, but when I got chance, I told them they were being selfish for spending money that the family doesn't have just to have a biological child, especially since there are so many children out there available for adoption. For context, I was adopted into my family at a young age, so I'm probably very biased about this topic. I think IVF in general is a selfish thing to do, and the fact that they can't even pay for it themselves is the cherry on top. Now my sister won't speak to me, and my family members except one sister is calling me an a-hole for saying that.